Hello everybody, welcome back to our Ask the Advisor series. I'm Josh Bradley with Capital City Financial, and this week's topic is continuing on with our college funding series, and this one's more about the different types of aids that you can apply for and the pros and cons of each of those. So the three main types are going to be either grants, scholarships, or loans. Grants and scholarships are kind of free money that you can access that you don't have to pay back. So those are the nice benefits. With most grants, these are going to be needs-based. So this is usually around income-based grant aids with that. Scholarships can be needs-based as well as merit-based as well. And then loans are money that you have to pay back. So obviously we want to get as much of the free money as we can, but most of us still have to supplement that with loans as well. So the different types of grants and scholarships, how to get to them. I always tell people to go to the state first. Not all states offer this, but South Carolina does offer scholarship programs for kids that are in the state and intend to stay in the state for college. These could be the Hope, Life, or Palmetto Fellow based on your education, or not education, but your GPA, SAT scores, and they provide various amounts of money. So you want to be very crystal clear about how your kids qualifies for these. And if they're falling behind on one of them, it might be encouragement to focus on that the last few years of your high school to maximize the benefit from the state. The second thing I'd say is go to is your high school. High school counselors or their offices do a good job of telling you what's available out there, scholarships. There's tons of scholarships that are just applicable for certain high schools that most people wouldn't know about. So definitely be talking to your high school about all those options out there. And then the last thing is the colleges you intend to apply for. They'll be able to direct you for scholarships specifically towards their university or college. So definitely look at the state benefits. Look at talk to your high school, talk to your college, and ideally you're having these conversations, especially with the high school and state, well in advance of graduation. Okay. Then we get into different types of loans. The two main types are usually federal or private. Both of these typically you do have to pay back, so you want to be very careful not getting too much loans if you don't need to. The biggest benefit of federal loans are that they're usually fixed interest rate. And usually lower interest rates, and they offer a much more flexible payment schedules once you graduate. These loans can also be subsidized or unsubsidized, which means you may qualify for interest-free on those loans while you're in college. So the first place I always go is to the federal loans, which is how you apply through FAFSA with that. So that's the first step. The second step is private loans. Now, these are typically variable rate interest rates, which means if it can go up in the future. Also, they are usually higher interest rates and have less flexibility on payment plans. So ideally, we'd like to be able to use up all of our federal loans as well as grants and scholarships, but private loans can be a good backup plan if all those other balances are not enough. But each of these have their own pros and cons, and anytime you're looking at loans, you got to make sure that you're understanding how much you're going to have to pay back, and make sure that you're looking at degrees or career fields that would allow you to pay back those types of payments. So hopefully that was helpful and a good starting point for looking at aid for college.